A VIP community member cracked a smart system, mixing commercial EAs with generated low-lot robots to stay under the correlation threshold and maximize allocation across 4 different Darwinex accounts. Real strategy, real numbers. And today he is with me to share more about how exactly he did it. But before you see it all, I have a quick favor to ask. Our analytics show that most people who watch our videos are unsubscribed. YouTube just recommends them to you. So if you haven't yet, please take a moment to check. It's free and it helps us keep testing robots, running live accounts and sharing everything with you. Your support lets us continue finding the best EA. So thank you for that. Roberto, most people actually don't know about the correlation issue until they get excluded. Can you explain with simple words what the correlation is in Darwinex?
The correlation is the degree in which two Darwinex accounts move one to each other. So in Darwinex, they just want unique traders, so they can offer those accounts to other accounts to get more capital. And if both accounts are really correlated, they should be excluded.
Meaning that if you and I have similar trades in our accounts, if we have been trading with the same EA, we'll get correlated and we will not receive allocation, we will not receive money.
That's correct. Right? Even it happens even the opposite. If both accounts are opposite correlated, also they are both excluded.
And the threshold is 95. Mm-hmm. What that means?
That means that if your correlation is 95% according to the other account or above.
With simple words, if we have 100 trades in the accounts and we have 95 of them identical, that's a problem, right? And if you are trading a couple of accounts like you are, can you trade the same EAs there or still you can get self-correlated?
Yeah, the threshold is 0.5 with your own accounts. I mean, own accounts that they are copying the 50% of the operations.
Okay, so if you have more than one account, you can still have some trades the same, but no more than 50% of the trades. Okay. And in the podcast that we recorded earlier today, you shared that you received some pretty decent payout from Darwinex. And if you guys don't want to miss the podcast, make sure to subscribe to the Algo Trading Space channel as well, where the podcast will be published. And I'm not gonna ask you as well which expert advisors you're trading there, so people will not copy it and you will not have issues with the correlation, because that's my problem. Usually when I share the EIs I trade, I get correlated because many people obviously try to replicate it, and that's what happened with the sharp shoots. And just last month I published a video how good it was performing. I received $1,500 as one-time payout, which was huge for me from Darwinex, and then I immediately got excluded because of the correlation. So please don't share what you are trading there, but tell us how you are staying away from the correlation problem.
Yeah, I mean, once you identify a good market EA that gives a good monthly return, then what I do is I combine it with some generated EAs from Algo Trading Space.
Do you use EA Studio for that?
Yeah, EA Studio. Yeah, I can use maybe a free trial also to generate it, and then get the EAs that perform very well for a couple of 1 year or 2 years, the pair that you want to use, and then you use the minimum lot size. That way the market EA will perform as usual, and the other generated EAs will include small trades. And it will make different my account from the other accounts that are using that market.
But at the same time, it will not interfere too much the performance of the main EA.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really, really interesting, because usually people would combine different EAs with the same lot, but what you say is just generated EAs with minimum 0.01
Yeah.
just to mix the trades, right?
Of course, if you find a good generated EA that is giving constant returns, maybe you can increase a lot.
And you're doing this with your Darwinex account as well. Do you think it will work with prop firms or?
I'm not sure because the programs usually ban the commercial EAs because it's considered like a copy trading for
Trading, right?
So I wouldn't use the commercial EA for a prop firm.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. I learned that the hard way after being banned from a couple of prop firms. Can you show us some of your correlation that you have in some of your accounts? I know in one of your accounts you're already in the gold stage,
Yeah,
so
sure.
people can actually follow you and copy your strategy.
Yeah, sure. So let's see here, for instance, this is one of my accounts, and you can see here that the biggest correlation is 0.69
Okay.
using a commercial robot. In another one, the correlation is 0.86.
Okay.
The biggest one.
And that's the one where you have the gold.
No, the good thing is that in the gold one, I have 0.7.
0.7. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's good news, yeah.
And can you share in this gold account, which reached the gold level, how much money have you made from Darwinex until the moment in terms of performance fees?
For Darwinex performance fees, I made 2,700.
Okay, all right. And you've been trading this account, I believe, at least for a year?
Since January 2025.
Year and 2-3 months.
Correct.
Yeah, 2-3 months. Like we discussed with you in the podcast, it's a long-term game with Darwinex, and people should be actually patient, not to expect quick money there.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay. And what action actually you take after you see the correlation increasing in the account? What's the plan there?
Yeah, I mean, if the correlation approaches the 0.95, I guess around 0.90, my plan is to change the expert advisors from one account to the other. So that way, the correlation will disappear because the performance will be different.
Okay, so you're rotating. You're not generating new ones, but the ones that actually you so far successful, you just rotate them?
You can rotate any of them. Maybe the market, the commercial expert advice, or all of them, or the packets. I guess it doesn't matter because the final result will be different.
Okay, so that's kind of the crop rotation concept the farmers are using.
I guess we can name it like that.
Okay, cool. So practically, how the traders can replicate this model in their accounts? They pick a market EA from, let's say, the ATS platform with a track record, and then they can use the free trial of EA Studio, for example, to generate a couple of EAs and just combine them. All right, thanks for sharing your experience. And if you guys want to learn a little bit more about Darwinex and how the engine works, check out this video on my site. Until then, safe trading, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.